So I'm gonna shoot this one a little bit still elevated and at an angle though into a little bit more cover, so he might not be able to actually see the bumper when it lands. Ready? Okay. Hey guys, Kat here from Standing Stone Kennels, and I have my assistant Ethan with me today, the guy with the pink gun, and our Thunder pup, who is just 6 months old right now. And we are going to be doing a really fun drill for him using our bumper launcher that we use from DT Systems. So this bumper launcher is awesome. It opens up, uses a 22 blank inside. I'll get that put in right now while I've got it opened up. And the other thing is we're both wearing hearing protection because this thing can be pretty loud. Thunder's already had a gunfire introduction, so we're not starting this process with the puppy that hasn't been shot around. He has been shot around, he's got a ton of retrieving desire and drive, so we're gonna be able to incorporate both of those things into this really fun drill to help continue him marking longer and longer distances with the dummy launcher. So the first thing that we like to do with the dummy launcher, and a new puppy that's never done this before, is I wanna make sure that when we're setting up to shoot this, that I have the puppy watching me as well as where that bumper is gonna go. So for example, I don't wanna shoot it over his head like this, because he's gonna lose it as soon as it goes over his head really quickly. So I wanna make sure that he's turned. Ethan?
You keep walking away. I'm gonna go over here, away from stuff.
Okay, well you were just sitting there, so.
You were doing your intro.
So he's gonna have Thunder set up so he's not right beside me, not right over top of him when I'm shooting. And then I'm gonna shoot the launcher. Again, I'm not gonna shoot this into really thick, tall cover at a really high angle that's hard for him to mark in the beginning because this is gonna be pretty fast. So far he's only had hand-thrown bumpers, and this is gonna be a little bit different than that. I'm going to actually shoot the bumper at an angle towards the ground so it hits the ground and bounces and rolls and is something that he can really see and focus on and kicks in that prey drive and is really excited about that. And we're not asking really any steadiness out of him. We're just holding him so that he can watch what's happening, not lose sight of that bumper, and then go make that retrieve. Then once he has an idea of what's going on, we don't really need to hold him anymore. So, like I said, I got my
All right, ready, buddy?
Bumper launcher loaded. Ready? Ready? Okay. So even there, the sound pulled his focus to me, and had I just launched that bumper into the air, he would have missed it. Come on, Thunder. Thunder. Right here, buddy. Good. Good job. Had I just launched that into the air, he would have lost it. But by the time he heard that shot,
Thunder here,
looked at where that bumper was headed, he got to see it bouncing and rolling in that movement, drew his attention, and he was able to go make that retrieve. So Ethan's calling him.
Here. Good job. Ah, you turd. Thunder. Thunder. Here. Thunder. Thunder, 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 thunder. Hey, 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 hey. Thunder, thunder, thunder.
Oh.
Thunder. Good. Nice job.
So we worked through this a little bit. Ethan was calling Thunder to him, so again, he can hold him while I'm shooting the launcher. But he wasn't listening. He wanted to stay right around me and the exciting new retrieving object. So I was running the collar, at first just on vibrate, and he went to him the first time and then didn't quite have a hold of him, and the vibrate shut off, and so Thunder left. We call that a drive-by when it comes to a recall, and that's not acceptable. He needs to come all the way to Ethan and stay with Ethan until Ethan either tells him okay or he's done with the recall. So I ended up moving over and using some momentary stimulation, nicks, 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 to get him to go all the way to Ethan, and we were able to have success with that recall then. So I'm gonna get another 22 blank here loaded. I'm gonna get Thunder's attention. I'm gonna shoot this one at the ground again because he did kind of lose the bumper at first when I initially launched it. Ready? Okay.
I held on to him a second longer there just to be able to make sure that he was focused on it moving and could move right to it to pick it up.
Thunder. Good boy. Shh. Praise him a little bit. I set that bumper launcher down so I have both hands where I can handle him. Give him some praise for doing such a good retrieve. He's holding that nicely, not really munching or mouthing it. So if he starts munching too much, I can just take that bumper from him. Good boy.
Work through this again. Thunder, here. Nice job. Nice job.
So I made sure as well, because I knew from the last time that Ethan called him that I may have let off that vibrate just a little prematurely, and that was what allowed him to leave Ethan. So I made sure to hold on to that vibrate the entire time that Thunder was being called until Ethan actually had his hands on Thunder and had a hold of him. So we're gonna go ahead and do another one.
A little bit of elevation with this one.
Yep, I'm gonna not shoot it directly into the ground this time. So, and Ethan's gonna hold on to him again so you can watch him and he can watch the bumper situation. Okay.
Ooh, that one made a really long one right across the road.
But he is right on it. Good boy, Thunder. Just using vibrate on the recall for him so that he can complete this retrieve, hopefully directly to me without parading around quite a bit. Right here, good job, buddy. That's a good job, buddy. Hey, hey, hey. Shh. Good. Getting a little more mouthy and munchy with that bumper. He's excited. But as you can see, this bumper with this launcher is going a lot further than I would be able to throw it, which is a really important part of a young dog's learning to retrieve and learning to mark further and further distances. Because what happens if they get used to just what I can hand throw, they stop looking past that. And if they don't find something in that hand thrown range, they won't expand their search. And we need him to be able to mark further distances. And if he loses it in a little bit thicker cover, which we could do one of those into a little bit thicker cover next, hopefully it'll help him expand his search, push out, use his nose, and find that bumper that we're looking for. So.
Thunder, Thunder, here. Good. I didn't even attempt at that point in time, kind of anticipated he may try and scoot away from me. So we don't want to get in the habit of that reaching, which kind of becomes a game, and it's all related to spatial pressure. So it's a lot of times why moving away from a dog helps to draw them into you. In this situation, we put enough emphasis on this. He should understand, but as soon as you go and lean forward, it kind of pushes him away from you, which is what that whole game becomes. So.
Yeah, and it's not a snatch and grab him. He needs to complete the retrieve, and he needed to close that gap, which is why I kept on the vibrate until he decided for himself. He wasn't going to be snatched, he wasn't going to be reached for, but he needed to make that decision to close the gap. So I'm going to shoot this one a little bit still elevated and at an angle though into a little bit more cover, so he might not be able to actually see the bumper when it lands. Ready? Okay.
And I just held on to him again, making sure he had his eyes focused on tracking that bumper flying through the air, and then let him go. We're not really looking for steadiness, it's all just to help him to be able to see where it's going.
Good job, buddy. Thunder. Here. Good. Hold on. So calming him down a little bit, not just snagging that bumper from him right away so that he can help not munch and chew and roll that bumper quite so much. Good boy. Good boy. Good. And then just taking it from him. We're not asking him to drop. We're not asking him to release it. I just want to take that retrieve from him. These are things that we're doing with him as a puppy through his development that's really going to be beneficial for him as he gets older, developing that nice natural hold, taking the bumper from him, which is something that we want all of our dogs when they're finished to be able to do, is to hold on to something until we take it from them. So that if this is a wounded bird that he comes back and just drops at my feet, it could run off. Whereas if he brings it back and is holding on to it until I physically take it from him, he's going to do a much better job of not allowing us to lose any game. One more for the puppy?
Sure. Thunder. Here. Nice job. That one was really good. Came all the way in, almost knocking me down, kind of excited to come all the way to me.
That's
It's
right.
important to work through all of these things in training. It's not that just because this is a dummy launcher training session doesn't mean we ignore everything else that's going on.
Exactly. The more that we can practice the other things, the better they're going to get. So we're going to do another one and do a little bit thicker cover again, just for him to get better at marking, and he's been doing a great job so far. Okay.
This one's going to be tougher, I bet.
Especially because the wind is actually at our back, guys. So he has to push past where that bumper actually landed to be able to use his nose to find it. We want him to stay on it, be determined to find this, and not give up on that search.
He was about right where it landed.
Like I said, this is a pretty difficult situation. He has the wind at his back. Oh, he caught scent of it right there. There, he's on it. Good job, buddy. The wind was at his back. It was a high bumper into thick cover, and he did a great job not giving up on that, using the wind, using his nose to find that bumper for us. Good job, buddy. Plus a great retrieve straight back to us. Hold on to that, buddy. Nice and direct, straight out, straight back. That's what we like to see out of our young puppies. Good job, buddy. Good job. Well, that's all we've got for you guys today with this bumper launcher video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If this is your first time to our channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our other great training videos coming up. But we will see you in the next video.